Thanks for tuning into our podcast. We love having you here, and it's our mission to bring you all the latest and greatest tips, skills, and know-how to make you the best that you can be. We know that you have it in you, and we're going to show you how. Now, let's get started.
Thank you for tuning in today. You are now listening to That Will Never Work podcast with your host, Maurice Chisholm. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I am really, truly appreciating each and every one of you for tuning in to me as we try to finish this year off strong with some encouraging moments, ideas, and thoughts. You know, this zero talent thing has really got me going on, and it's really making me evaluate where I am and what I need to do for 2023. And I'm hoping it's doing the same thing for each and every one of you, you know, as we are looking at our abilities and our gifts and graces, and some of us have and some of us do not, right? And here's one thing that really has been a sticking point for quite a few of us, especially recently. You know, are we able to take criticism? Are we really able to take criticism? I think I know when I was in corporate America and I would get my yearly reviews, even when I talk to my clients today and I hear what they have to say and evaluate where I am, I listen to what they have to say and try to find out whether or not I can improve upon what they're saying that I'm lacking. When you get your yearly review and you're listening to your supervisor, your manager, your VP, whoever it is that's doing your yearly review, and you're listening to, you can do this better or that better. How are you taking that? How are you receiving it? And are you able to take it and develop something as your own? Interesting, right? So when you are sitting down, I'm going again go from my own place of employment in the past. When I was advised to sit up in my chair, people not knowing exactly how I felt or where I was going, you know, they were listening to some of my phone calls because I was in a customer service place and evaluating my information, how I handled things or whatever else. And I believe I said it in the past, a few episodes this past year about how the way I looked did not represent how I was handling business. So, what do you do in that situation when someone comes and tells you to sit up? What do you do in a situation when someone tells you to speak up, make eye contact, shake hands firmly, whatever the situation is? How are you taking that advisement? Okay, let's move on. What happens when you are in a situation, again, another experience of mine of working for a multi-level plan, if you will, space, and your regional vice president advises you that you need to study and things like that. And they want to make sure that you can duplicate yourself out there in the field. Are you duplicatable? So what I'm getting at in all these situations, are you able to take constructive criticism and pressure from these individuals that are trying to coach you to becoming a better you. You know, I had a person who was she is my coach. Her name is now Dr. Maxine Johnson. But she's my coach. And, for a while there, she kept explaining or telling me, hey, she's not a coach for guys or whatever else. But I was able to take so much away from her as we were going through the process, of being accountable, being accessible, learning whatever I need to learn from her. And the one thing is that I've learned through this process is, whether or not I am coachable, am I able to hear any criticism or pressure or anything that I'm lacking or slacking in my motivation to move forward. In a lot of cases, I have enough inside of me where, for me to get up and do what I need to do. No one pressured me to press forward for 100 episodes. That's all on me. That's my own work ethic. That's my own desire, right? But when it comes down to yourself, do you have that within you, and do you need a coach to help you get over the hump? And coaches are great for that. I mean, I'm hoping that I'm able to coach you through this process too. I'm saying, you know what? I do need to get up at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the morning instead of getting up at 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, just to get those little, extra reps in. Those times where you're really losing track and you're not positive and you are slacking and you're falling behind and whatever it is, do you have that individual that can coach you to get motivated to get up and, all right, today we're going to do a little extra because we fell behind yesterday? Are you in a position to take, that information where someone says to you, you're not doing the greatest, you're not doing a good job, you're slacking, you are falling not just behind, but you are falling back so far that we need to fire you? Are you able to take that constructive criticism and say, you know what, here's what you need to do to get ahead? Or, you're in school and you're falling so far behind in your schoolwork. If someone comes and pulls you to the side, i.e. your professor or your teacher, and they say to you, you know what, here's what you need to do to pass this class. Can you do that? Can you handle that? Can you handle that pressure? Are you coachable? That's not always easy. Being coachable is not always easy. A lot of times it's easier to be a chief than an Indian, as they say, as the term goes. Meaning that it's easier for you to tell somebody what to do versus someone telling you what to do. Or you suggestions for someone to do something versus you being, the subject of that suggestion. Let's get it together, people. Are you coachable? Are you coachable? It's not easy. It's not always fun. It's always not hearing what's going on or see what's going on. Where's the reflection of you? Are you coachable today? Are you able to hear that and turn things around? Are you ready to go the extra mile to get it done? Thank you very much for listening today.
Loved what you've heard on this week's episode? Well, the answer is simple. It would mean the world to us if you could head over to iTunes and leave us a 5-star review and feedback. Spreading the word really is the best way to grow our podcast and achieve even greater things. Thank you.